Welcome into Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Pitch coming your way next. And on the hill in this one, Dustin May. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And we're underway from St. Louis. That's ripped into the outfield. And there's one down. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. Singing this righty-heavy lineup is a bit unusual against a right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Boog, certainly bucks the old conventional wisdom, and I'm not sure I see the vision from the manager on this one. You're not exactly putting your players in the best situation to succeed when you roll out a lineup like this. Maybe they've seen something on video that tells them there's a weakness to exploit. Perhaps that's it.
Seiya Suzuki in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. The 1-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one misses. Ball 3. And there's the automatic.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And that is out of play. "3-2 downstairs, and that's ball 4.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
So up next, Pete Crow-Armstrong, 7th in the National League in RBIs. That one misses.
No, that missed. That's
and
the
that's
ball.
ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. Tapper back to the mound. The throw to first, and there's 2 away.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Michael Busch.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. 4 for 8 in the series so far.
Ball.
Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Into the bullpen and gone. A 2-run shot. The Cubs strike first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here's Alex Bregman. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball there. And the 0-2.
Ball. Ball.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Got it. That ends the frame. Cubs had 2 on this homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here in St. Louis. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Justin Steele. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
Here's Nolan Gorman.
Leading off tonight, the third baseman, number 16, Nolan Gorman.
Ball. Heck. Ball. That's outside.
On the ground. Whips it to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second.
Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. Singy, we're looking at a young lineup here. Not much experience, but they're going to bring a lot of energy to the field.
Yeah, and that's just it, Boog. We expect this lineup to play hard no matter what. They are an exciting group to watch.
Here's the left fielder, Lars Nootbar. 2 for 7 in the series so far. And a breaking ball misses outside. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. The lefty to 1-0. And another ball.
No, that's down. Ball.
That's outside.
Outside. Ball.
3 balls, no strikes. Just a few pitches in, but not very sharp on the mound in the home half of the first.
Boog, when you can score some runs for your pitcher in that first inning, you really want him to come out and shut that other team down.
Take your base.
So you guys can get back in the dugout and swing the bat. You've obviously got some hot sticks in the early part of this one.
And now the first baseman, Alec Burleson. 3 for 9 in the series coming in. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. He makes the grab.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Pedro Pages.
Pedro Pages next up for the Cardinals. 3 hits and a loss last night. 'N' 1 . 1 2. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Nootbar off of first with 2 away.
Ball.
Swings and misses. That is strike 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. So 1 left for the Cardinals. They trail it here 2-0. Back here at Busch Stadium. Second inning set to go. Nico Hoerner now at the plate. Hoerner.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Season, batting 6th in today's lineup. He's been scoring a lot of runs lately. He scored 9 times in the last 10 games. The next pitch
that's
misses.
down.
And
Ball.
that's ball 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Here's a 2-0. May comes set. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two now. On the ground to the left. Fires across the diamond. 1 out in the second.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. This is a guy that they are counting on to deliver, and early on this season, it's been a struggle.
That's a ball.
Bottom line, his resume says he's a good hitter, just has not gotten off to a very good start. And you got to figure, regress to the mean, water finds its level, all those sayings, that he will end up having a good year.
So I'll tell you this, nobody on his team is worried about it. They've seen him do it year in and year out. May get off to a slow start, may have a slow mid, but when the game's on the line, when the season's on the line, he's the guy they want at the plate.
Didn't seem like that one found a zone. Here's a challenge, and they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Now it's the DH, Matt Shaw.
No, that missed.
The 1-0.
Oh, yeah.
Quick toss to first.
Oh, he
Swanson
saved.
back in a dive. And a swing and a miss there.
Really good
ball.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
The catcher, number 9. Miguel
Not much to this one other than just
Amaya.
a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And now it's Miguel Amaya, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Two on, 1 out. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And they're up by 3.
Comes through with the RBI. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Ian Happ up to hit. He's 0 for 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
The 1-0. And Ian swings through it. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
That's a base hit as a run scores.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
First and second, 2 outs. Pete Crow-Armstrong digs in now. Ball 1, no strikes. Two on, 2 outs. Line shot into the gap should score at least 1. Amaya around third. 1 run across. The second run scores. It's a 2-run double, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Dustin May out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for the
Righty
Cardinals,
reliever out of the pen, Richard Fitz. 25th appearance of the year for him. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. That one almost got him.
Oh, the adrenaline's pumping right there. Pretty good fastball. Unfortunately, it got away from him. He's going to have to corral things a little bit.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series.
That's a ball.
That one
ball.
missed. Alex Bregman on deck for the Cubs. Man at second. Right through there for a strike. On a line. And he makes the catch. And that is that. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Down to the bottom of the 2nd. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals nothing. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here in St. Louis, ready to go for the last half of the inning.
Clearly, Damon, you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that pitcher work to get you out.
Two balls, no strikes to count.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Fly ball down the line. Suzuki on the move. 1 away.
Batting 6, the designated hitter,
Nelson Velazqez next up for the Cardinals.
That's down. That's a ball.
Almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Way out front for strike 2.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round.
batting 7, the shortstop, Masyn.
2 outs, base is empty. Masyn Winn getting ready to hit.
Hike 1.
And the 0-1. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit.
Batting 8, the center fielder, number 11.
So 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Victor Scott.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games. But this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Runner on the go. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. looking. That was pretty nasty. The Cards leave one, still up against a 6-0 deficit. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Alex Bregman.
There's a strike.
You know, these Cubs really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
That missed.
On
That's
top
a
of
ball.
that, they haven't left many runners on base, so they've been efficient getting runners on and finding ways to bring them home.
Takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Here's Nico Hoerner. Grounded out his first time up.
Inside, ball.
And the 1-0. In the air, right field. And there are 2 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson stands in. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That's in there. That's strike 1. Next offering is downstairs. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. 2 down, nobody on. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 2. Line drive, knocks it down. Tosses to first, and Swanson is set down. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals nothing. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Thomas Saggese.
Yeehaw!
There's a line drive to left field. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Cardinals, the third baseman, number
Back
60,
to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Nolan Gorman, the next to hit. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And ball
That's a ball.
1. Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Nootbar batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. That one's upstairs.
That's a ball.
1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Sets him down looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Redbirds down quietly. They still find themselves down 6-0. All set for the start of the inning. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Matt Shaw.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level. When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Base knock right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Cubs, the catcher,
Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Rips one to right. Diving, it gets down. Could be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's 7-0.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Ian Happ will hit next.
Nope, ball.
Man at second. That one's in there, and the count 1-1.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
A little bit low.
That's a ball low.
3. Back to the mound. He's got it. To first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Up next for the Cubs, the right fielder, Seiya.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. Now the number 2 hitter, Seiya Suzuki. A walk, and he's also singled. Tap foul at the plate.
No, that's in.
And a big swing and a miss. 1 out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4. Got him. 2 away.
Well, he showed a lot of conviction with the fastball there, not just because of the velocity, but also the ability to command it on the inside part of the plate. The last thing you want to do with 2 strikes is just get too far in there and it gets away and it hits the batter. So when I see a 2-strike fastball bunch up a guy like that, it tells me there's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Crow-Armstrong
that's
up
down.
to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Base hit into right center. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So a man at first. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. That one is absolutely belted. And this one looks like trouble. Crow-Armstrong around third. He will score, and they now lead by 9. The throw to third, and he's out trying for 3. That's the 3rd out. And midway in the 4th, it's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals nothing. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here in St. Louis, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Steele with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
The 1-2. And they'll do it again. Ground ball left side. And one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And here's the catcher, Pedro Pages. Struck out looking at his first at bat.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Next offering
That missed. That's a ball.
Late that time, and it's strike two.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. He picks up his fifth strikeout on the hill.
Well, pitchers have become so much better at commanding that high fastball. It used to be that a lot of pitchers didn't like to throw it because it'd throw off their release point and their mechanics, and they're aimed at keeping everything at the knees, get ground balls. But because hitters get a swing path that can lift balls at the knees up in the air and over the fence, this pitch has come back into play, and they are doing some special things with it.
No, that's out.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. In the air, right field. Stretches out and hauls it in. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit.
Now pitching for the
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the fifth. Number 67.
And he's had a really hard time throwing strikes so far this season. His walk rate is up there among the worst in the league for relievers.
Now it's Alex Bregman.
The third baseman, Alex Bregman.
On the ground to third, Gorman. Throws to first in time. One pitch and one out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Nico Hoerner will come up to hit. Sliced hard but foul. The Cubs up big in this one, and we're at the top of the fifth. Breaking ball inside. Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
On the ground, right side. And the first 2 set down in the top of the fifth.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
2 down, base is empty. And here comes Dansby Swanson. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. In the air, left field. Nootbar under it, and that'll do it. Nothing happening there for the Cubs, but they still hold a 9-0 lead. We head to the bottom of the fifth. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Nelson Velazqez. Swing and a pop-up. Hoerner settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Cardinals, the shortstop, Masyn.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Masyn Winn. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. Winn, 23 years old. He made his major league debut in 2023, and he was a second-round pick in 2020. That one way inside. Swing at a ground ball. Busch takes it himself. Home half of the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
The center fielder, number 11, Victor Scott.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott. Caught looking his first time up. And that one fouled off. Fouled off to the right.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Ball, that's in.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. The throw to second is offline.
Up next for the Cardinals, the second baseman.
So man aboard. Next to hit, Thomas Saggese. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Man on second, 2 down.
Good
That's the
slider
ball.
down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
This to center field. And the inning is over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals nothing. Back in the ballpark, let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us.
Pasa que desde que vi tu cara me enamoro de ti. Todo es que tú tienes no sé qué. Siento que te pasa lo mismo cuando te miro. Que dices si no a ver el amanecer.
Matt Shaw digs in now.
The designated hitter, Matt Shaw.
You know, these Cubs showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say they've only chased at pitches outside the zone a little more than 10% of the time,
that's high,
which
that's
is
a ball.
Excellent.
Out towards right center field, and there's one away.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Miguel Amaya, the next Cub to hit.
Here, what?
Deal one. Just
that's
missed.
a ball.
The Cubbies up big in this one, and we're the top half of the sixth. Way inside. That one lifted to left. 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Number 67 will depart. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Hunter
Cardinals,
Dobbins takes over on the mound.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Next to hit, Ian Happ. 0 for 3 in this one.
Heck!
Two down, nobody on. This one in the air, center field. Scott under it. And that'll do it. Nothing doing here this half. Top of the order, 2 up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
No, that missed.
Yes, I was medium stitious. We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how fast the game is going. That normally will grind it to a screeching halt.
No question.
3-2
No,
now.
that's outside. Ball.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Payoff pitch. That one misses.
That's ball 4.
So
Take your base.
walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Lars Nootbar now at the plate. A strikeout and a walk. Foul ball.
You know, these Cardinals just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2.
That's a ball. Ball.
And there's a ball. Payoff pitch. And he grounds one to the right side. Over to Swanson. He turns it. And two. What a play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Alec Burleson next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. That one pushed foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. To third. Bregman to first. And that will end the inning. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Busch Stadium, this offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
For the Cardinals, Gordon Graceffo, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. That one fouled off. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the first out in the top of the 7th. Pete Crow-Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. He's one of the best players in the game.
Pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle
ball
away.
That's high.
Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. On the ground right
That's
side.
foul.
And foul ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two. Ripped to short. The throw to first. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base.
Well, Moog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Busch stands in now and watches strike one. Close, but called a ball. Ball one. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Two down, nobody on. And that one almost got him. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And it remains 2-2. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. Didn't go. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Stays alive. Three-2 on the way. High fly ball right field. Walker settles under it. Brings it in, and that is that. Cubs are down quietly, but they're still in command. 9-0.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Caleb Thielbar.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Here's the catcher, Pedro Pages, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. On the ground. Fair ball. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Up next,
Jordan Walker, the next to hit.
Number 18, Jordan Walker.
Ball.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The Redbirds with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Shelby Miller, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up.
Hee-haw!
Pages gets his lead at first with nobody out. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
3-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Payoff pitch. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Up next for the Cardinals, the designated hitter,
Nelson Velazquez getting ready to hit. Oh, great stop. There's one. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
The shortstop, Masyn.
So digging in, Masyn Winn. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. That is the inning. This one pretty well decided at this point. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals nothing. It's an NL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here in St. Louis, we go to the 8th. Alex Bregman digs in now. In the air, right field. Walker should have this one. And there's one away.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Nico.
So here's Hoerner now. The Cubs up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. This one in the air, right field. 2 down.
The batter, number 7.
Swanson digs in. 1 for 3.
Nope, that's outside. Ball.
And that's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
The batter, number 6.
And next is the designated hitter, Matt Shaw.
Ball.
The 1-0.
Heck one.
Swanson, the runner at first with 2 gone. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a 1-2. He goes down looking. It's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in St. Louis, bottom of the 8th. Victor Scott now at the plate.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Outside, and it's 1-0.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Now here is Thomas Saggese.
That's a ball. Hey!
The Cards with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. He swings and fouls one off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That's a ball.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Cardinals, the third baseman, number 16.
Here comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change. Caleb Thielbar won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
Shelby Miller comes on now. He's into the game with the bases empty. Back to the top of the order. Here's the third baseman, Nolan Gorman. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Swings through that.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
2 down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Ball.
Good job to fight that one off. And a 1-2. Goes down looking. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. And they're down 9-0. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Gordon Graceffo.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya.
Well, no better night than Sunday night when everyone is watching. You break out, you just let them know that you haven't gone anywhere.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2. On the ground at first. Burleson steps on the bag, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
Up next for the Cubs, the left fielder, number 8, Ian Happ.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ.
Ball
Meanwhile,
high.
activity in the bullpen. Riley O'Brien, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. The 1-0. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Walker takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, the right fielder, Seiya.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Hee-haw.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the top of the ninth. 0-2 now as he swings through it. That's a laser base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Now at the plate, Pete Crow-Armstrong. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall. It's the Cubs 9 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the ninth, Lars Nootbar getting ready to hit. Left field. And it
Ball went over
jumps
the
the
fence.
wall in
That's 2
foul
bases.
territory for an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
So a man aboard, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson gets him to chase after that one. In the air to left center. Happ in position. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the catcher, Pedro.
So now with one away and a man at second. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pedro Pages.
That's a ball.
One out, the runner at second. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Pitch misses
That's in,
inside. Ball 3. Late with the swing there. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Runner at second here, one gone. High fly ball out to left field. Happ under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the right fielder, number 18, Jordan.
So they're down to their final out. And here is Jordan Walker.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Man at second. And a foul ball. The Cardinals down to their final strike. Gets a piece and stays alive. Just missing there. Ball one.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Runner at second, 2 down here in the last half of inning number 9. And this one bounces away from Amaya to third. The tag's there, and that's the ball game.
A win on the last day of the month. You close it out with the W, but you want to carry that momentum into the next game.
9-0 your final in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
To my real ill heavyweight hitters, go-getters, 50 ways to make figures. They come on the spot, the fail sisters, like the hair rail spitters, the kids on the ziggas. When it's ugly, then the club is lovely. Thugs be sipping bubbly to my comrade to keep it flaming hot on dangerous blocks, claiming spots where the goal is to be one of the top-ranked soldiers, one of the high rollers, get respect in the hood.
Yeah.